Did Ryan Reynolds ditch Blake Lively at the premiere of Another Simple Favor to save his own career?
What we anticipated has come to pass. Ryan Reynolds has parted ways with Blake Lively and left her by herself.
Are spilling on the real reason why Ryan Reynolds left Blake Lively alone on the red carpet amid the Anna Kendrick beef, and it's all about
Yes, it's all about money and his career. It seems Ryan has come to the realization that Blake might be on the decline, and he's not about to go down with the ship. Allegedly, it was Ryan who pushed for this legal battle, but if there's one thing about him, it's that he's always 10 steps ahead, or at least he thinks he is. Fans, however, are proving to be much quicker. While Ryan plays chess, the public is playing speed chess, already figuring out his every move. It's as though he's slowly and carefully distancing himself from the mess, pretending to be calm and composed while secretly slipping out the back door. He's taken a long, hard look at the situation and realized that if this goes to trial, his chances of winning are slim. He knows the case is blowing up, and the fallout is becoming more apparent. This is the kind of loss that stains careers forever, and Ryan isn't about to let that happen. So, in what can only be described as both a shocking and predictable move, he seems to have abandoned Blake Lively at the premiere of A Simple Favor, shifting all his focus back onto his own career. Blake had a tough time at the premiere, with protesters chanting slogans in support of Justin Baldon. Whether this is a calculated move or pure survival instinct, one thing is clear: Ryan is putting himself first. But the public isn't blind to this. From their perspective, this isn't about career growth or smart decision-making, it's about self-preservation. Let's face it, Ryan is trying to save his own skin while Blake takes the heat. And if the rumors are true, she knows it too. The real shocker came at the A Simple Favor premiere. You know how these two used to do everything together: red carpets, movie promotions, social media banter. It was all part of a carefully crafted act. But this time, the energy was off. When Blake arrived in her luxury car, the door opened, and there she was, just Blake, stepping out in a stunning designer dress, acting like everything was fine. But was it? People immediately began whispering, where was Ryan? Why wasn't he there to support her, as she had done for him so many times? Remember when she promoted Deadpool and Wolverine like the ultimate supportive wife? And let's not forget it ends with Us, where Ryan was allegedly involved in writing some of the major scenes.
Iconic rooftop scene in this movie, my husband actually wrote it. Nobody knows that, but you now.
They were always each other's biggest supporters, but suddenly that dynamic has vanished, and it's raising a lot of questions. Just as the internet was about to erupt with theories, an insider stepped forward with the alleged reason behind Ryan's absence. According to them, this wasn't a random choice, it was part of a larger strategy. Apparently, Ryan's decision to skip the premiere was all part of a bigger plan that began with their brief and awkward appearance together during SNL 50. That moment was meant to be a test, a way to gauge how fans would react to seeing them as a couple amid the lawsuit and the ongoing verdict. The result? Not good.
During the SNL appearance, SNL was a test to see how fans would react to them. It was their first outing together since Blake filed, and it did not bode well for them. Ryan and Blake both now realize if their careers are to survive, they cannot be involved in the same projects because everything will be heavily scrutinized.
Fans ripped into them, the reaction was harsh. To make matters worse, Ryan thought it would be funny to crack a sarcastic joke about the lawsuit during the event. Huge mistake.
On to allege that Blake is uncertain of the future of her career, but she feels that Ryan's career hasn't been impacted by this, so she's trying to keep them separate in order to protect their income.
The backlash was swift, and Ryan quickly realized something crucial: the less he's seen with Blake, the better for his career. Just like that, he began to distance himself. But is this really about optics, or is there something much deeper going on behind the scenes? Let's be honest, something's off. Blake isn't just facing public criticism, she's genuinely anxious. She knows things aren't looking good, and there's a real fear starting to settle in. She's worried about her career, her future, and let's just say it, her finances.
if he's already publicly admitted that he has these control issues, I think it was with the New York Times or whoever it was, and said that he developed these control issues, like he's very controlling because he felt the only way that he could get his dad not to scream in the house was to make sure everything was like within his control.
This lawsuit could leave her with nothing, and she's fully aware of that. The fear of losing everything is very real, and she doesn't want to find herself struggling for work while Ryan moves on without a scratch. Speaking of Ryan, let's not forget that he's been controlling in the past.
Spokesman for Reynolds told the Daily Mail, another Simple Favor premiere was a resounding success. Both fans and critics in attendance loved the movie. Blake attended with her cast and filmmakers and had a great time. Several other actors attended premieres at South by without their spouses or significant others.
Could he have warned Blake to back off too? Maybe even told her to stop relying on him publicly, because if there's one thing about Ryan, it's that he always does what benefits him the most. Then things got even messier. Ryan's spokesperson came out swinging, trying to smooth things over. He told the Daily Mail that the premiere was a huge success and pointed out that plenty of actors showed up without their significant others. Sure, that's true, but he's missing the point. Ryan and Blake have always promoted their projects together, so why, now of all times, is he suddenly choosing to keep his distance? And here's the real kicker, fans at the premiere weren't just there to watch the movie. Oh no, they came prepared. One fan was spotted with a placard and a t-shirt that read, "Justice for Baldoni, Blake lied." Let that sink in. The message was loud and clear, people aren't buying whatever Blake is selling. Ryan isn't just distancing himself from Blake now, he's been doing it for years. The lawsuit just gave him the perfect excuse to start pulling away right in front of everyone. Honestly, the way he's moving, he might not just be protecting his career, he could be setting up his exit strategy altogether. But let's be real, the real question here isn't whether Ryan skipped the premiere for strategic reasons, it's whether he's actually trying to exit this marriage entirely. The way things are unfolding, it's starting to look like that's a real possibility. He's distancing himself step by step, trying to untangle himself from Blake's growing list of problems without making it too obvious. But make no mistake, if he hasn't left yet, he will. And it's not just random speculation anymore, other A-list celebrities are already pulling away from Blake, not wanting to get caught in the fallout.
Taylor Swift is really trying to distance herself from Blake Lively.
Ryan is simply following the same playbook, but this time, he's got a lot more at stake, his brand, his career, his reputation. He's not about to let them sink with Blake. So, what's next? Will Ryan officially sever ties? Will Blake fight back? Will more secrets be exposed? One thing's for sure, this drama is far from over. Trust me, you'll want to stay tuned because the tea is only getting hotter. And if you don't want to miss a single drop, you better hit that like button and subscribe.